First of all, I want to thank my connect, the most important person with all due respect. Thanks to the duffel bag,
what is
the
up?
brown paper
Welcome
bag.
to another episode of Maximilian Must Know. This is going to be my fragrance collection, part 24, bottles number 575 through 600. As of filming this video, I am, I believe, at slightly over 700 bottles, or right around 700 bottles. I have dramatically slowed down. Now if I'm basically getting bottles, either someone has sent them to me, or I've got them like in a, like I've just really wanted them, or there's been some discount. Like I'm not just buying willy-nilly anymore. You know, I'm sort of past that point now. I'm lucky enough to get sent stuff to me as a reviewer, and then sometimes I'm interested enough to bite, and then sometimes like bottles are just super cheap and I'll see them and I'll go for it. So what I've decided to do to chronicle my collection more for myself than anyone else, I would say, is sort of go through 25 at a time, and just let people know what's been added to my collection. A lot of ones you'll see in this segment has been stuff sent to me from reviewers, but I think a few at least I've purchased. So let's just go right through bottles number, what is it again, 575 to 600. So the first one up is going to, and by the way, I'm going to film these 5 at a time, so like the camera angles may be a little different and stuff. It's just hard for me to pull 25 bottles out of my collection and film 25 at a time. I'd rather just break them up 5 at a time. So the first one up is one that was sent to me from the House of Imaginary Authors. This one has notes of saffron and rose and leather, and apple and benzoin, and cashmere, and it's called Slow Explosions. Definitely enjoyed this one quite a bit, but I do like, I found it super similar to a fragrance by L'Artisan Parfumé called Traversée du Bois 4, which I reviewed not too long ago, and I found these very similar. And if I'm being 100% honest, I preferred La Traversée du Bois 4. Both are great fragrances. I would recommend trying both out and then making the determination as to like which one you like better. I don't think you can go wrong with either one. But the first one we're looking at is called Slow Explosions. Next one is from the House of Saoud. First fragrance I ever grabbed from this house. I did buy this one. My homie Renee Zayas put me onto this one. We were just going back and forth messaging one day. He's like, dude, you gotta just check this one out. And it was for the low eBay. Yeah, and I bought it. It's called Yadab. And dude, this is a sick set, man. It's sort of a cross to me between Tom Ford Oud Wood and Jubilation 25 Bahama. It's just like a boozy, liquory wood fragrance with some oud. It's boozy, it's sticky. It smells like sticky wood liquor. It's fruity. It's just gorgeous, man. The bottle's beautiful. It's like ceramic and metal. It's great. This is a great fragrance. Super happy to have this one in my collection. The next one is going to be from the House of Hot Perfumes. The owner of this house sent me a bunch of shit, and I liked some, I didn't love some, but he sent me a bunch of them. The first one is called Globos de Chicle, and this is a fragrance that meant to smell like bubblegum. I think that's like 7.5 ml. Really nice. It does smell like bubblegum. It's part of their summer collection. And then the next one is called Lemon Pop. Yep, and this one is meant to smell like a lemon soda. Not bad, you know, if you like sort of sparkly lemon fragrances, but my favorite from this collection to be honest with you guys, is this guy called Sweet Sticky Things. And Sweet Sticky Things is sort of another carnival-y fragrance, you know, in the vein of Zing. And what I did on my holidays, my 4,160 Tuesdays, you got waffle cone on this one, seaside, carnival notes, caramel, marshmallow. It just is meant to smell like summer at the seaside. It's a really, really gorgeous gourmand. All of these three are actually really nice to be frank with you guys, right? Like, so like one's a bubblegum theme, this one is a lemon soda, and one is this gourmand seaside. I really like the bubblegum, I really like the seaside. I don't love the lemon soda just because I'm not the biggest lemon fan in the world, but that's sort of the collection from Out Parfum. Let's move on. Alright, next 5 fragrances up. Now the first one, guys, I actually went through my collection for quite a long time and I just couldn't find it. I know it's sort of with my cheapies and it's there, it's definitely there, but I unfortunately can't find it, so I can't show you the bottle, but it is Art of Shave Sandalwood. And the reason I added that one to my collection was because I just remember having smelled it in a store. It might have been Pastor Pharmacy, and I was like, wow, I really like this. It's a really good sandalwood fragrance. And I think that's before I knew what a really good sandalwood fragrance is, because when you compare it to stuff like Richwood by Xerjoff and just some other nice sandalwood scents, it's really not that great. It's okay, and I think someone who's just a wet shaver who's really not into fragrances might enjoy it, but unfortunately I wouldn't recommend it. And I believe they actually discontinued some of the fragrances. Like they had like a lemon one and that sandalwood one, and now they're introducing some other ones, some higher end ones into their collection. So that is next one up, Art of Shave Sandalwood. After that, 3 from Dua. I know how much everyone here loves Dua. I think my Dua video is the most thumbs down I've ever gotten in a video, but yep, they sent me some fragrances to review. And again, I'll tell you what I think of each one right now. The Mobster, I really like it. I don't think it's a bad fragrance at all. I believe it's supposed to be like Creation E or some Raja fragrance, and I don't remember what the Raja fragrance smells like, but to me it's like oud and sandalwood and like booze. Not a bad scent, nothing I'd go crazy after, but certainly not bad. This one from Dua, I didn't love. This is Evening with the Mobster, and I'm not sure what the notes are in this one, but I thought this one was quite a bit of a letdown. And then the next one that they sent me was this guy, Rosa Nectar, and this is rose, patchouli, cinnamon, raspberry, musk, sandalwood, ambergris, incense, and I believe like this is supposed to be their take on Portrait of a Lady by Frederic Malle, and I do like this as a rose fragrance, even though I don't like rose fragrances, but yeah, I wouldn't compare it to Portrait of a Lady, which to me is like a masterpiece of a fragrance. I think this isn't that. It's not bad though. Now we're going to go through a bunch of Demeter fragrances. You guys know I did some videos for Demeter. I actually still owe them one. I'm like the worst person in the world, and if Blair Cranes, if you're watching this, I'm so sorry. I've been so busy lately, and I will get in touch with you soon. We will do the giveaway we're planning, and then the last video we're going to work together on. But I'm going to show you guys a bunch of cool fragrances from Demeter in this video and talk to you about my opinion on them, because I didn't get to talk about all of them in the videos I did. So this one is called Bonfire. This one's really nice. It's super smoky. Like, it legit does smell like a bonfire. It's just really smoky and like woody and smoky and woody. It's meant to smell like wood on fire, and that's really what it does smell like. Not really incensey per se. No, just like straight smoke. Like if you like stuff like Arso by Profumum Roma or Fumidas, yeah, you'll like this. Doesn't last as long, but if you just want that vibe for a couple minutes, this will do you right. So yeah, those are the fragrances 1 through 10. Let's go through the next ones real quick. Alright, so next up in this video, we have a bunch of more things from Demeter. First one is called the Clean Windows, guys. Yeah, exactly what you would expect. This smells like clean windows. If you ever cleaned a window with Windex, you smell it, That's what this one smells like. So Clean Windows by Demeter. Interesting sort of. Next one from Demeter is called Angel Food. Now this one, if you like vanilla sort of gourmand fragrances, you will probably like this one. It smells like an angel food cake without doubt. That's what this one is about. This is Angel Food. And then we have the Demeter Oud. And the Demeter Oud is very nice. This is sort of the syrupy synthetic oud. To me, it doesn't smell like real oud, but it smells like a really good oud accord. If you like oud, you will probably like this one. It lasts a long time on skin. It's not super expensive, and it's sort of just like YSL M7 oud stripped down to just the oud. Now the next two, one is from Ducita. And this one, talk about a different oud. This one is Oud Infini. I know this isn't like a straight bottle, but Ducita did send me 3 of these, and these are like 10 ml. So I told you guys, if any house sends me 10 ml in their packaging, I count them, you know, for me having a bottle, because they're sort of just like travel sprays. I also had Isara, and I think Melody Demar. Asara, I have a friend who loves pine fragrances, and he smelled Asara and he loved it, and so I gave him Asara. And then my mother was just in love with Melody d'Amour. She said she's gonna buy a full bottle when Melody d'Amour runs out, so I gave her Melody d'Amour. So I also have 2 other samples from Ducita, but the only one I got to keep was this one, Oud Infini, which is my favorite. And this is a really animalic, skanky oud. That is right up my alley. I am finding animalic, skanky ouds way, way more something I like these days, are attractive to me. And this one has a lot of civet in it. It's really nice. And then the next one in these 5, this one is from the house of Dolce & Gabbana. And you guys have heard me wax poetic about this one ad nauseum. This is the vintage version. My sticker's peeling. Fuck everything. This is Dolce & Gabbana Pour Homme Eau de Toilette, the vintage, and that's the only one I think you guys should own. Don't buy the made in UK or the made in, I don't know, Germany or something like that. Buy that made in Italy. This is the best one, far and away. This is a beautiful sort of tobacco, fougere, soapy, sweet fragrance. It just reminds me of college and fights and smoking pot in the dorm and doing all kinds of shenanigans and ripping bong hits before finals and getting kicked out of shit. This is really beautiful, beautiful fragrance. All right, let's move on to the next 5. All right, guys, next 5 up are all also going to be from Demeter. We are going to start it off with, I'm just smelling this one again. This is their Amber. And this is really, really nice. This is sort of a sweeter, simple amber, not really animalic or like harsh. It's more of a vanillic. I think there's probably here a good blend of amber, benzoin, benzoin labdanum and vanilla or vanillin. So just a nice amber accord. Not as good to me as their oud, but certainly, you know, a nice amber fragrance. If you like amber, I think you'll enjoy that one. Here's the sandalwood, and this one also really nice as well. I'm not sure if this is a natural sandalwood or a synthetic or both, but it's nice. Does it rival, you know, some of the best sandalwood fragrances out there? No, but it's a pretty nice sandalwood. You know what you're getting with these Demeter fragrances, and these are sort of ones you can play with, right? You can layer the amber and sandalwood and oud and make a nice little blend for yourself. This one, Pizza. So it's good, but it smells like pizza. I can't, to me, this is a novelty fragrance. Maybe you guys would feel differently about it. I don't want to smell like pizza. I think you get this for a gift if someone really enjoys pizza, but I don't know that you can do more with it than that, because it literally smells like pizza, and it's weird to have this one on skin or even on in the air, but different strokes for different folks. This one, I want to remind myself of this guy. Yeah, this is nice. This one's called Holy Smoke, and it's sort of yeah, it's to me sort of a mix between like church incense and holy water. So really, really nice. I know that Francis Curtijan, I believe, actually did one for them called Holy Water, and I actually wanted that one, but I requested Holy Smoke. But it's still really nice, sort of church incensey fragrance. And then the next one was done for the U.S. Open. This one is called, let me spray this one too. Oh, I love this one. This one is called Fuzzy Balls. It's obviously meant to smell like tennis balls. That's not the first thing I get per se, to be 100% honest with you guys. Like, I sort of get like new item or sort of new electronic smell more than I actually get tennis balls. I think like where I really got tennis balls in a fragrance was whatchamacallit, the Imaginary Authors Soft Lawn. But this one definitely has that vibe, sort of new equipment, new sports equipment vibe. So really cool as well. I just love Demeter fragrances. Again, I told you guys I think that they're everything right with fragrances. And so let's talk about some more Demeter fragrances and go through the next 5 fragrances, the last 5 fragrances in this collection video. Alright guys, we're going to finish up fragrances 575 through 600 with these last 5. They are also all Demeter fragrances. As I said, Demeter definitely looked out for me. The first one is called Pruning Shears, and this one is really nice. I believe this is the one that Blair told me they actually this is not sold for huge margins at all, because there's a lot of real rose in this one, and this is sort of a mix of like rose and metal. It's really interesting. It's really good quality. I believe either Francis Curtijan or the gentleman Christopher Brocious, who used to be the perfumer for Demeter, made this one. It's just a super high quality rose fragrance with a little bit of metal and green notes in it, so it does sort of smell like pruning shears in a garden. Next one up, this is really one of my favorite Demeter fragrances, and I obviously got to pick quite a few out from them, and I was going to do some videos for them, and I picked this one, and this one is Mr. Bubble. Guys, I grew up on Mr. Bubble. Just this like sweet soapy smell that's almost like a cross between bubblegum and soap. And I just love the way it smells, and it smells exactly like Mr. Bubble. I just remember getting in the tub when I was a kid and, having my mother pour a capful, or, sometimes if I did it, I'd pour more than a capful of Mr. Bubble, and the bubbles would go up to the top of the tub. So definitely another cool one from Demeter that they hit 1-to-1, and a co-branding, which is cool. I love how Demeter does that as well. So Mr. Bubble. Next one is one that I just saw, and I was like, man, I got to try this one too. I'm spraying it right now in the air because, yeah, it's a really distinct smell. And this one is plantain. You guys know, plantain is sort of a less sweet banana. And they do kind of 2 things with them in cooking, or mainly 2 things. There's lots of things done with them, but either you can really roast them down and then they're just plantains. Or you can, what I love with them is to Stone Age, which is when they flatten them. They sort of pancake the plantain and then pan fry them. And then I get them, these 2 places in New York, Tina's and Sophie's Cuban restaurants, they give them to you with this green dipping sauce. That's just garlic dipping sauce. It's out of this world. And this comes remarkably close to a plantain. So I thought that would be a cool one to check out as well. So plantain is next up. Then we've got this guy. Now, I didn't pick this guy out, but this guy came in. I got a couple of, they have these packs that I still have to do a video on, where you blend your own fragrances. Like Demeter will send you, it's called foolproof blending. They'll send you a box with 3 fragrances in it, and you sort of make your own blend with the 3. And I got sort of a holiday one, and one of the included fragrances was gingerbread. And so you can imagine what that one smells like. That literally smells like like gingerbread. A little too sweet for me, but I think, right, you add some incense, you add some maybe other notes, some oud, and you could make something cool with that. So gingerbread. And then fragrance number 600 in my collection. God, I guess it's appropriate we end with this one. This one is called Mildew. And I'll just tell you a quick story about Mildew to finish out this video. So the story behind Mildew is the owner of Demeter got to speaking with a fan one time, and he asked her, like, you know, what would you like us to create? And the fan was like, well, I love the smell of when you first turn your air conditioner on in the early summer, and that air comes out, you know, that sort of dirty almost air. He's like, oh, mildew. So I guess I kind of disagree, because I think mildew, when I think of mildew, I think of the grime that's in the bathroom, sort of a wet mold, and within the air conditioner, sort of a drier mold. I actually like that scent too, but I don't like the bathroom smell, and to me this is the bathroom smell. And I put this on skin, and I got physically ill, nauseous, and I think my brain you know, was somehow tricked into believing that there was bacteria on my skin, perhaps, or germs, and, you know, in defense, it made me sick. So this is really authentic. I don't know why you would want to smell like mildew. I believe they also have a candle, a diffuser, a body lotion, and it literally smells like grimy mildew, and it lasts forever. So again, for people who say Demeter fragrances don't last, try mildew. So guys, there you go. Those are my fragrances, 575 through 600. As I said, I am a little bit over 700 in my collection right now. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I think I've bought 2 fragrances this year so far in almost 4 months now. I have to be honest and say that I have been sent about 8 or 9, so it's not like I have nothing new, but I'm spending so much time creating my own fragrances and working on that, and so much money on that, that it's just, you know, I'm really not doing that. But we have another 100 fragrances at least to go through in my collection, and so in July we'll go through fragrances 600 through 625, and I hope you enjoy this series, and thank you for watching this video. I know it was a little disjointed. I shot, you know, these in 5 over the period of, you know, a couple of weeks, so you know, it's easier for me to do it that way these days. But thank you guys all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you later this week with some more videos, guys. You know, obviously my name is Maximilian.
Holding on this cash. Boys in blue who agreed before the bash. The first bush who ever made the stash. The rock boys in the building tonight. Oh, what a feeling I'm feeling like. Thanks to the lames, niggas with bad aim. Thanks to a little change, I tore you out the cane. Bullet wounds to stop your buffoonery. Thanks to the pastor rapping at your eulogy.